Yo, what is up guys? It's Pedro here. So we have a lot to talk about in today's video, but we got some good news. So Washington football team wide receiver Curtis Samuel was back at practice today. So I'll show you guys some clips from him, running some routes. He looked solid out there. Also, the Washington football team signed wide receiver Kelvin Harmon to the practice squad, so that's good news as well. And I'll also give you guys a full injury update for today. We got a few new players on the injury report. So if you guys are new, make sure to subscribe for Washington and NFL content. Also hit that like button and turn on those notifications so you never miss a video. That really helps out the channel a ton. And also go ahead and check out WinView. They have a bunch of free contests where you can win some prizes, and also join my league. If you guys have any questions, go ahead and put them in the comments down below. Let's get right into it. Okay, so let's start off with the Curtis Samuel and this tweet from Nikki Jabala. Washington wide receiver Curtis Samuel will practice today after missing the first 3 games on IR because of a groin injury. The Washington football team, which has an open roster spot, now has 3 weeks to either activate him or leave him on IR for the rest of the season. So, they got 3 weeks until that happens, a lot of time. And I'm encouraged, and I think he will be back by those 3 weeks. If not, they can activate him and then put him on IR again. I believe that they can do that, but it's a good step in the right direction. Of course, just to, make it clear, he is still on IR, and, he cannot play until they activate him on off of IR. So he's technically not on the roster right now, but I do believe, they have an open roster spot. So whenever they want to, they can just bring him back onto the active roster as long as they don't sign anybody else. So that's good news that Curtis Samuel is back. But the big thing is, how does he feel tomorrow? Because this is his first day in practice in a while, ever since he tweaked that groin a while ago. So let's see how he looks, how he feels tomorrow, and if he practices tomorrow, because that will be telling right there. So that is good news. Here are some clips from him at practice today. Doesn't, like some people are saying, oh, he doesn't look right. Here's the thing. It's first of all, it's individual drills. These guys aren't putting in 100% at, these individual drills. And also, I assume that, the coaching staff and the trainers as well said, hey, you don't need to go. It's your first day back. You don't need to go 100%. Go like 50% or whatever. I really think that's the case. But here's a clip right here. I think he looks fine right here. Looks pretty fluid. I think this is the most we've seen from him since probably the first or maybe 1 day of training camp. That's really about it. I'll show you guys this one more time, and then there's another clip that you guys can see as well. He's not running full speed, but it's fine. And here's one more clip. One more clip. This is Heineke throwing to Curtis Samuel right there. You can see that. So nothing major. And here's the thing. He looks good. I just don't think he's going to be back really this week. He might be back this week. If he feels really good, then maybe he's back this week, and he can help us for the Falcons game. But what I think is they're going to start easing him back in, and maybe he'll be back week 5, I believe, which is against the Saints. Who knows? There's a chance he plays this week, but he's going to have to feel really good tomorrow after today's practice, and he's going to have to, pretty much fully practice the next couple of days and pretty much be close to 100% if he has any chance of playing this weekend. But he's eligible. I think a more realistic, return date would be, or debut, I guess, because he hasn't made an official appearance for us, maybe is week 5, giving him a little bit more time to ease into things, just because, this groin injury, if he tweaks it one more time, he's likely out for the season. So hopefully he comes back soon, because I really think it'll help open up a lot of different things in our offense. Take a lot of the attention away from Terry McLaurin. Teams are doubling Terry or giving, the corner some safety help over the top. Well, with Curtis Samuel, they can still do that, but if they do that, then Curtis Samuel is going to make him pay. And then also, if Terry is one-on-one against a guy, because Curtis Samuel is on the opposite side, that also will play to our advantage. You can line up Curtis Samuel in the slot, on the outside. Also can line him up in the backfield, do some end arounds, jet sweeps. The offense will be he will take the offense to another level, in my opinion. I'm excited to see him play. But again, we don't need to rush him back. If he can play this week, that's great. If not, let's see what he can do week 5 against the Saints. I am super excited for Curtis Samuel to come back. Ron Rivera said this is, I think, Monday. We'll see how it goes on Wednesday. That's the thing that we're pretty excited as a group. I think the offensive coaches are pretty fired up to see exactly where he is. If he has a good day Wednesday, we'll progress and go forward. So again, good news on Curtis Samuel, but the key thing is, how does he feel Thursday and Friday? And, that's the biggest key. And then now on to Kelvin Harmon. Like I said earlier, the Washington football team is signing Kelvin Harmon to the practice squad. Obviously, we released him before final cuts. He didn't make the practice squad. No one claimed him to their roster or even their practice squad, which I wasn't surprised at all that he didn't go claim by any teams, on their active roster. But I thought by now he would be maybe on a practice squad. So we're able to bring back a receiver that's familiar with the coaching staff, with his teammates, and the city of DC. So that's good right there. You got some familiarity with the system. If something goes down with some of one of our starting receivers or even our depth, you can bring in AGG and maybe even Kelvin Harmon, because remember, AGG is also on the practice squad as well. But I really like Kelvin Harmon. Seemed like a good guy. Tough break with that injury before the start of last season. But, he gets another chance here on the practice squad, to see if he can impress some coaches, and then maybe he can work his way back up to the active roster if some injuries do happen. But I doubt that's the case. I think he'll be on the practice squad for the rest of the season, and we'll go from there. So the last thing is about an injury update for today's practice. So we got a decent amount of players on the injury report. Benjamin St. Juste did not practice today. He is in the concussion protocol. I'll get to that in a little bit. Brandon Sheriff did not practice, had that chest injury in the game. He came back in it. I think he's going to be fine. Probably similar to what Charles Leno is doing. He had a Veterans Day off. Ron Rivera is a player's coach, so I think that's a similar thing to Brandon Sheriff. Concern level there is super, super low. Matt Ioannidis is limited, but, I heard from a couple beat reporters, on their tweets or podcasts that he looked pretty good out there today, but still, he didn't practice, or he didn't play in last week's game against the Bills, so that's still a little concerning. We'll see how he looks in the next couple days. He definitely has a chance to play against the Falcons. And the Benjamin St. Juste one is a little bit concerning just because it is like a concussion protocol, and it's not how he's it partly be how he's feeling, but there's certain things he has to pass to be able to clear the concussion protocol. So you guys can see it on the screen, but I'll read it. Ron Rivera said that Benjamin St. Juste got a good whack in the Buffalo game in Buffalo and was cleared to return, but later the rookie fell off. So now he is in the concussion protocol. So we'll see how it's going with him. Hopefully, though, he's all good and he's able to play in this week's game because, they got some good receivers there in Calvin Ridley, Russell Gage, who did not practice today. But Calvin Ridley is a really good receiver, and, if he's switching sides, you want to have someone like Benjamin St. Juste out there because Torrey McTyer, I'm okay with him being on the roster, but as a fourth cornerback, he's going to have to step up and be one of our starters. That would be a little bit concerning. That's when you do want someone like Benjamin St. Juste, or not someone like Jimmy Moreland, where you can play him in the slot and switch Kendall Fuller back to the outside when you do have an injury like this. But I think he will be fine, hopefully. I think Sheriff will be good. Obviously, Charles Leno, it's a Veterans Day off. And then Matt Ioannidis, right now, I would say about a 50-50 chance of him playing, but we'll get a lot more information in the next couple days, get some updates for, the practices. So that is it for today's video. Let me know, when do you think Curtis Samuel will be back for the Washington football team? My guess is next week, but who knows? It could be this week, or it could be, that last week that he is eligible. And then also let me know how you feel about them bringing back Kelvin Harmon and, these other injuries. So thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please hit that like button, subscribe if you guys are new, and turn on those post notifications so you never miss a video. And also, again, guys, check out WinView. Peace.